Good morning, children. Welcome to your value education class. So, today we will be doing a small story based on a moral. So, let's get started, children. This video is for class 7 value education. Chapter number 1, Laughter the Best Medicine. Laughter the best medicine. Key thought is laughter is an instant vacation. Everyone enjoys a good laugh. Here is a joke I heard recently. So here's a small joke given here. So let's read that. One day a girl walked up to her mother and said sadly, "Mom, why is some of your hair white?" Mother replied, "Well, each time you do something wrong and make me unhappy, one of my hair turns white." So the mother says that each time you make me unhappy, one of my hair turns white. That is why I've got so many white hairs. The girl thought about this revelation for a while and then said, "Mom, how come grandma has all white hair?" So she continued, turned it into a joke and said that means you have also made your mom very unhappy. That is why grandma is having all white hair. So this is a joke which she has cracked with her mother. How is your last year's joke book doing? So if you all are in a habit of reading joke book, so how is it doing? You should start collecting them and telling some jokes around the people around you and spread happiness around you. That is very, very important. A person who tells good jokes is often told, "I don't believe a word, but I love to listen to your unbelievably tall stories." So a people who often cracks jokes, everybody says that "I don't believe you." But actually he is known for but they love to listen to the tall stories which he gives. Read this funny tale of Nasiruddin. So there is a small story of Nasiruddin which is based on this moral of laughter is an instant vacation. Long time ago in the distant land of Middle East ruled a sultan. So there was a sultan. He was a good ruler, but his chief minister was very greedy, cunning and deceitful. In front of the sultan, he pretended to be honest and fair, but often tricked simple poor farmers into giving their land away. A man called Abdul, in need of money, went to see the chief minister. The chief minister knew Abdul owned a very large field. He struck a bargain with him. So, here Abdul had gone to ask some money to the chief minister and he thought that he will crack a deal with him so that he can also be in a profit of getting the large field. So he said to Abdul that if he found 3 answers to the question which he asks, so he will be getting a substantial amount of gold. And if he didn't, his land would go to the chief minister and he would not get any gold. Simple-minded Abdul agreed. So simple-minded Abdul agreed to the deal of finding the answers because he was in need of money. Abdul had to find out where the center of the earth was. So the 3 questions as plotted by the chief minister. The first question was, where was the center of the earth? The second, the exact number of stars in the sky. The exact number of stars in the sky. And the third question was the exact number of hair in the chief minister's beard. All the questions were sure weird. So as you can hear the questions, it sounds very weird. And he had only 24 hours to give in the answers. And the chief minister gave him only 24 hours to find out the answers. Not far from Abdul's home lived Nasiruddin. He was witty, intelligent and helpful. Abdul went to him for help. Nasiruddin offered to go to the palace to answer the chief minister's question. Abdul told him that if he didn't answer the question, the chief minister would take away his bag of gold, would take away his land as well. But if he solved the problems, he would receive a large bag of gold. It was frightening situation, but Nasruddin seemed very confident and went off to the palace along with his donkey. It was quite a difficult situation, but Nasruddin was very, very confident that he will be able to solve the questions. Nasruddin never went anywhere without his donkey, so he took his donkey also along with him. The Sultan had many visitors that day. Nasruddin begged his father for bringing the donkey into the royal chamber. So he asked for sorry. He was apologizing for bringing his donkey into the royal chamber. Then he told the Sultan that he had come to answer the chief minister's question. In a loud, clear voice, he told the gathering that the center of the earth was under his donkey's right foreleg. And if the chief minister had doubts, he could measure the earth to find its center, and he would definitely find it under the donkey's foreleg. The Sultan laughed heartily. The chief minister challenged him to answer the second question. Nasruddin told him that the number of stars in the sky was exactly the same as the number of hair on his donkey's body. The chief minister, he said, was welcome to count and see for himself. So he also challenged the chief minister that if he doesn't believe, he can come and count the donkey's hair on his body. It would be the exact amount of stars in the sky. He was very, very confident. Everybody had a good laugh. So everybody was having a good laugh. They were enjoying the witty answers which was given by Nasruddin. The answer to the third question. Now the third question was still pending. So the answer was given by Nasruddin. He said, lay in his donkey's tail. He said that the third answer was laid in his donkey's tail. The chief minister's beard had the same number of hair as the donkey's tail. So he said that the number of hair chief minister had in his beard was equal to the number of hair on the donkey's tail. It could be proved if the chief minister were to pluck out the hair from his beard one by one. So he challenged the chief minister. If you don't believe it, you can pluck your beard one by one, and I will also pluck the hair from the donkey's tail one by one, and let's count it. Every time he pulled out a hair from his beard, Nasruddin would pull out a hair from the donkey's tail. The chief minister blushed and became very angry. The chief minister's situation was very, very critical then when he heard all these types of things coming from Nasruddin. So what happened? He became very, very angry. The Sultan ordered him to honor his words. But the Sultan said that as you have already promised that you would be giving him a share of gold if he would bring all the answers. So as said, you have to provide him with the share of gold. So that way Nasruddin was able to create a different situation in the royal chamber. He made a very humorous situation, though it was the environment was totally different, but he created a totally different situation, and he create everybody started laughing and enjoying the answers which was given. So the whole atmosphere was very, very different, changed into a very cheerful and happy. Everyone was laughing, isn't it? So now we'll read about Nasruddin. Nasruddin lived in the Middle Ages in Khorasan, currently in western Afghanistan. His stories and anecdotes are popular for their wit and humor. So usually his stories and anecdotes are very popular for their wit and humorous. They are usually witty and humorous. So the moral of the story is, children, laughter is an instant vacation. So laughing is very, very important. As you all know, nowadays people also do some exercises on laughing. So laughing exercises, which is also very good for your health. So being happy, keep laughing and be cheerful. So that is very, very important, and this is the moral of the story. So you, not only you, if you can, you should make others also laugh and smile, which is which will make them also very happy. So that is also very important, children. And so this much for today, children. With the short story, I think I have been able to um, make you learn the importance of what laughter is in our life. Thank you, children. See you in your next class. Thank you.